Hi guys, how's it going? Heather Lind from Holy Fit here. I was just over on my personal page to let people know what I was going to be talking about, and it's about this one thing that I consider to be one of the most important things you can do if you really want to have success in achieving your goals. So I talked about it a little bit over my personal page, and I wanted people to come over here to my Holy Fit page because the subject falls under health and fitness, so I wanted to bring that over here. So I hope you guys are having a great day today. Got a nice sunny day here in Vancouver. It's hot. We have unseasonably hot weather today. I love it. Oh, I love the heat. The goal is to move somewhere hot at some point as soon as I can. So I thought I'd get on here real quick and tell you about this important thing that I think you need to do if you really want to achieve your goals. And of course you want to achieve your goals. Why would you have goals that you wouldn't want to achieve? It'd be silly. So typically when we start out, we'll set a goal for ourselves and we're pretty excited about it. And we do what we can to reach that goal. And sometimes it just doesn't work out. Sometimes we don't quite get there, and that can be frustrating. And I hate to see people frustrated and give up on their goals. That would be the absolute worst thing to do. And by the way, if you fail at reaching your goals, don't look at that as a bad thing. Look at it as a learning lesson. Always learn from your failures. I think failing is actually a good thing. It's something that we need because it's such a valuable way to learn a good lesson, as long as you learn from the so-called failure and you change things so that you can get to your goal. So this thing that everyone should do if they're really serious about reaching those goals is to join a group. So going it alone, I mean, sure, some people can do it. A lot of people can't. It's just kind of the way that we're wired. Hey Frank, how's it going? So, if you can do it on your own, great. But I highly suggest joining a group, because when you first set out on your mission, you've got your goal, sure, you feel great, you feel motivated, you feel like you can do anything, and you set out strong, and then sure enough, somewhere along the way, something happens, kind of knocks you off your path, and the question is, can you keep going on your own? And I would say for the majority of the people, the answer would probably be no. We've got so many other things that we're busy with, if you get knocked off the path to your goal and you're so busy with other things and you're just trying to do everything on your own, then it can be easy to just say, oh, whatever, that goal isn't important anymore. And, if it wasn't important, it never would have taken up space in your head. So here's why I think that joining groups is so important. Hey, Eileen, how's it going? So the first thing is, and I kind of touched on this just now, is for motivation and inspiration. So as I said, when you start off on something, you're excited, you're motivated, you're ready to do anything. But then after some time, the motivation starts to wear off a bit, life gets in the way, things happen, and all of a sudden you're like, whatever. And you might step away from actually working towards getting to your goal, which would be a shame, because again, if it's in your head, if it lived in your head, then it's something that's important to you, and it's something worth working towards. So if you're in a group and you lose that motivation, you just reach out to your group and you say, hey, look, I'm struggling here. This is what happened. This is why I'm struggling. And they'll be there to cheer you on. They'll be your cheerleaders, and they will get you motivated again. Or maybe you'll even just check in with your group and you'll hear about them having, some great success, and that will motivate you to get back onto your path. And it also helps too when you see other people struggling the same way that you are. So if you're in a group of people that are trying to achieve a similar goal, and you see that other people are struggling, say it's a weight loss group, and you see somebody who, they went off their diet and they haven't been exercising, they're really struggling with it, and maybe you are too, and you see that person, you think, okay, this is normal, this is something that happens to other people, it's not just me. You don't feel as isolated, you don't feel like you're such a failure or whatever. So that kind of helps you to see that it's perfectly normal. And then see the people that are doing well, that can be inspiring and motivating and can show you that, yes, it can be done. It's not impossible. So motivation, inspiration, you're going to get that from your groups. Um, the second one, the need to belong to something. As humans, we have a deep, strong need to belong to something. If we're isolated or we feel rejected, it has a really, really negative effect on us. It really affects you on all levels. So, and back in the caveman days, people that were isolating themselves, who weren't a part of groups, they died off pretty fast. So having being a part of a group is something that we all deep down really need. And it doesn't have to be a huge group. If you're not a people person, it could be a group of one or two. So we just have a need to belong to someone or something, and just have that bond and just feel like it's something bigger than just ourselves. The third one, enhancement of performance. So you'll find this in groups, because when you're a part of a group, this is another kind of human condition. We don't like to let our peers down. We hate to let people down. We want people to be proud of us. We want to feel proud of ourselves. Hey, Helen, how's it going? So when you're part of a group and you're feeling this duty not to let the group down, that can be the little kick in the pants that you need on those days when you just don't feel like doing what you need to do to reach your goal. So say you're trying to get in shape, and the alarm goes off at 5 o'clock in the morning so you can fit in your morning workout, and you're just like, screw it, I want to sleep another hour. And then you start thinking about your group, and you don't really want to let them down, and maybe you're meeting your group at the gym for a workout. That would be even better, physically meeting up with them to do your workout. That's going to give you that little push to get out of bed and get the work done. And if this is a goal of yours, and you are struggling at getting up early in the morning and going and doing your workout, just remind yourself it's like an hour of your day. We get 24 hours every day, just an hour. Start your day off right with that workout. You're going to feel awesome, and you're getting yourself closer to your goal. So just get it done. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Just get it done. So being a part of a group will help to motivate you to do that, or hiring a trainer. Especially a trainer such as myself, who has a 24-hour cancellation policy. So if you wake up in the morning and you're like, screw it, I'm not going, well, that's a pretty expensive 1 hour extra bit of sleep. So that can be really motivating. And then the last one that I consider to be really important is knowledge in numbers. So when you're trying to reach a goal, chances are you're going to come to a point where you're not really sure what to do now. You're kind of stuck. You're not seeing the results you want to see, and you don't know what to do. If you're part of a group, you tell your group what you don't know how to do, and chances are someone in that group is going to have had the same experience and can tell you what they did, or they're going to have a knowledge of what to do and they can share that with you. So when you're on your own and you get stuck, sure, you can maybe Google it and find the information yourself. But what I find when I'm trying to work things out myself, I end up overthinking things way too much. If I start Googling stuff to learn, I find that I find too much information. And it doesn't have the same kind of meaning to me as it does if it was coming from someone who I know, and especially if someone who has been through it before. So, just having people to bounce your ideas off of, and talk to when you're feeling like you're stuck and you just don't know where to go, that really helps. Hey Christine, how's it going? So those are just 4 reasons. I think they're pretty important, and I seriously do believe that you need to be a part of a group if you've got a big goal that you want to achieve. The things that I've been successful at achieving, I've either had one person who was working with me, like my coach for my competitions. Over the years with my business, I've talked to business coaches. I've had some support. When I try to do it on my own, I end up frustrated and scared, and I just want to go and hide somewhere and not move forward because I'm too scared to do anything. So really, really important to align yourself with people that are like-minded. They're kind of on the same sort of path. To help you reach your goals. And there's nothing more motivating than talking to someone who's excited about reaching a goal. Hey Michelle, how's it going? So maybe you've joined a group and someone new is coming to the group, and if the goal is fitness and health, and this new person comes into the group and they're all excited about the workouts, and they've got all these great ideas about the nutrition that they're going to do, and they're just excited. That excitement wears off on you, you get excited again. So maybe you've been at it for a while and you're feeling like, you're kind of in a bit of a rut. And then you talk to this brand new person who's so happy and excited. It just gets you happy and excited again as well. It motivates you. And if you really have absolutely nobody out there who wants to work with you to achieve your goal, look at some books. So get some motivational books, audio books, podcasts are great. I listen to a lot of personal development stuff. Everything from, how to run a fitness business to, how to motivate yourself. I just like to listen to, actually prefer listening to these books rather than reading them, because I like to hear the person's voice and how excited they are. And it just really gets me fired up. And sometimes, the topic isn't even really all that relatable to what I'm doing, but just to hear someone so fired up and excited about what they're doing, it sparks something inside of me. And I think it does that for a lot of people. So it's kind of contagious when someone's excited. So that's it. That's my information for today. I got to get going. If you have anything to add to the conversation, please do. I love it when you guys add comments and you start conversations with each other. I think that's really fun. And that's all a part of what I kind of see for doing these Facebook Live posts, is that we kind of get conversations started and kind of bond together. Because if you're following this page, then I'm thinking most likely health and fitness is on your mind. So we should all be, chatting with each other and sharing ideas. If you need to contact me privately, feel free to send me a private message. If you have any questions. And again, please don't ever be shy. Got to remind you of this every time I come on here. This is what I do for a living. This is what I love to do. This is my passion. This is what gives me joy. So don't ever feel like you shouldn't reach out to me for whatever reason. Just do it. Send me a message and then I'll get back to you. All right. Well, have an awesome afternoon and evening, and I'll talk to you again soon.